Isn't it the weirdest thing? You're a smart person. You can see the red flags in your friend's relationship from a mile away. It's so obvious. But then, when it comes to your own life, it feels like you only see the danger in the rearview mirror. So let's get into why that is.
Seriously? Why does this happen? If you've ever looked back and thought, how did I end up here again, with someone who lies, or gaslights, or just makes you feel small, then this is for you.
And let's just get this out of the way right now. You are not broken, okay? There's a powerful, kind of hidden pattern going on here. And the really good news is, once you can finally see that pattern, you get all the power you need to rewrite it for good. All right, first up, we've got to talk about this core idea, a hidden emotional code. See, this isn't about you being weak or secretly addicted to drama or anything like that. No, it's about a deep, unconscious program that's running the show, and it shapes exactly who you're drawn to.
The best way to think about it is like this. Your brain is kind of like a computer, and it came with a default operating system. The thing is, you didn't choose it. It was installed way back in your earliest years, totally without your permission, and it's been running in the background ever since, quietly telling you how to react in all your relationships.
And what's kind of wild is that this super complex program was written by some pretty simple inputs. It really comes down to three main things: how the adults in your life treated you, how your family dealt with conflict, or maybe how they just pretended it didn't exist, and how affection was given out, or when it was held back.
So if love felt like constantly walking on eggshells, or if you only got praise after you did something to earn it, your brain didn't log that as unhealthy. It wasn't judging. It just quietly learned, oh, okay, this is what connection feels like. It learned what was familiar, not necessarily what was safe.
And this right here is the trap. On a deep level, your nervous system knows chaos. It knows intensity. It knows unpredictability. But your brain gives it a different label. It calls it home, or excitement, or yeah, even love. It's basically mistaking the emotional static from your past for the music of connection you're trying to find now.
Now here's where it all gets really unfair. Manipulative people, well, they are often brilliant, unconscious psychologists. They don't need to read a book on this stuff. It's like they have a built-in sonar for finding the exact frequency of your emotional code. So early on, they start running these little tests. They'll pull away, just to see if you get anxious and chase after them. They'll share some heartbreaking story to see if you'll jump into that rescuer role. They'll cross one tiny little boundary just to see if you'll let it slide. They are literally scanning you, searching for the places where you feel guilty, where you're terrified of being abandoned, and where you'll do anything to keep the peace.
And this part is so important to get. After they've love-bombed you and then pulled all that affection away, you find yourself working like crazy to get that good version of them back. But you're not really chasing them anymore. You're chasing the memory. You're chasing that incredible emotional high they gave you right at the start.
Which leads us to a really big question, right? Why do these relationships that feel so bad also feel so incredibly intense and powerful? Well, it all comes down to the psychology of the emotional roller coaster, and it creates a bond that is shockingly hard to break.
The psychological tool they're using, whether they know it or not, is called intermittent reinforcement. It is the exact same principle that makes slot machines on a casino so addictive. You pull the lever, but you don't win every time. You only win sometimes. And that unpredictability is what gets you hooked. It makes you want to play again and again. It's the casino effect, but it's being used on your heart. And the cycle probably looks pretty familiar. One day, you're the most incredible person they've ever met. The very next day, you're too sensitive, or you're overreacting. Then a big dramatic apology comes, and the whole thing starts over. This constant up and down keeps your nervous system completely wired, always on high alert, desperately looking for a feeling of safety from the very person who's causing the danger.
And to survive this crazy roller coaster, we tell ourselves stories. You know them. We think, oh, they're not a bad person. They're just hurt. But the hard truth? Being hurt might be an explanation, but it's never an excuse. Or we tell ourselves, I can fix this. I can help them heal. But you just can't. You can't heal someone who refuses to do their own emotional work. And these stories, they keep us stuck.
Okay, so we have decoded the problem. We see the pattern. Now for the most important part of all, rewriting the code. This is where we stop being a passenger to our old programming and get in the driver's seat. It's about moving from automatic reaction to conscious choice.
And I really want you to take this next part in. You are not responsible for the code that was installed in you as a kid. That was not your fault. But You are responsible for deciding whether you're going to keep running that old program now that you can see it. That's where all your power is, right now.
So the first big mindset shift is this one. It's moving from I can fix them to I must protect me. So the next time you feel that pull, that urge to go rescue someone who keeps hurting you, just pause and tell yourself, my job is not to heal their wounds. My number one job is to protect my own.
Second, you have to actively retrain your nervous system. You have to stop confusing intensity with love. All the fast declarations and the nonstop texting, that's not proof of love, it's proof of intensity. You need to start valuing consistency. Do their actions actually match their words over time? That is what safety feels like. It's quiet. It's reliable.
And number 3, you have to stop buying into the lie that you are too much. Manipulators are experts at making your basic needs feel like unreasonable demands. You ask for a little respect, and suddenly you're being dramatic. So here's the new rule. If my needs can't exist in this relationship, then the relationship is too small for me, not the other way around.
Look, changing your mindset is the foundation, but to actually rewrite your code, you have to take action. So let's talk about your first, real, concrete steps you can take to move towards safety. You can start today. Here is a super simple action plan. First, name the pattern. Don't just think it, physically write it down. My code learned to connect love with chaos. Getting it out of your head makes it real. Second, make a green flag list. We focus so much on red flags. Instead, define what a healthy, safe connection actually looks and feels like to you. Third, strengthen your support system. Call one trusted person. Isolation is the manipulator's best friend. And fourth, if it's an option for you, seek professional help. A good therapist can give you the exact tools you need to rebuild your sense of self.
And if you don't remember anything else from all of this, please remember this. You cannot heal someone who refuses to feel. You can pour every last drop of your energy into them, but if their heart is a locked door, all your love is just going to bounce off. You have permission to stop trying. You are allowed to choose peace.
So I'll leave you with this question, and don't just click away. Really think about it for a second. What is one small action, one tiny little choice you can make today to start moving away from these patterns and just a little bit closer to yourself and to the peace that you absolutely deserve?